Let's get my next guest out. She has put the class into classical. Please welcome the lovely Katherine Jenkins. Katherine Jenkins, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Katherine, lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Lovely to be here. Thanks for having me.
So you've just come back from America, is that right?
Yeah, I flew in just a few hours ago from Philadelphia.
And you've been touring out there, and you were doing a TV show, weren't you?
I was. I did Dancing with the Stars, which is the American version of Strictly Come Dancing.
And how did you do in that? You must have loved it.
I loved it. I came second, which was a real shock.
Wow, congratulations. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Thank you.
Well, you came second. That's incredible. Well, you know, you're a huge success. You've got a new album out for Christmas. Katherine has a Christmas album out. I love Christmas albums.
Oh.
I love This Is Christmas, but I guess
ever one.
you had to record this not at Christmas.
No. For me, it's been a year of Christmas. I actually started recording it in June. I did it in Malta, on the island.
Hold on. That's about as un-Christmassy as you could get. You recorded it in June in Malta.
Yes, but... Because when you're a classical singer, you don't like to sing until sort of maybe late afternoon.
Oh, I know,
voice...
I know.
Yeah, I know you knew that. But so I'd spend the morning doing a little bit of sunbathing in my bikini by the pool. And then in the afternoon, I'd go into Santa's grotto. So I literally had the whole vocal booth...
That sounds disgusting.
Only to your dirty mind.
So you went into... So you built a grotto?
Yeah, so the vocal booth had a full-on Christmas tree, fairy lights, tinsel, candles. I whacked the AC up full blast, so I was freezing cold.
So you got yourself into the Christmassy vibe?
Well, you have to, yeah. I couldn't do that.
But you weren't just wearing a bikini in there doing that, I imagine? Okay.
No, I was wearing a Santa hat.
OK, let's have a look. This is from Katherine's Christmas album that sounds like it's going to be lovely. This is Come What May. Look at this.
But I love you until the end of time. Come what may. Come what may. I will love you until my dying day.
Well, I'm sure it would be a hit for you. I start playing Christmas records too early. My wife tells me off to do it. I've got to ask you a big story. There's a big story that you were connected with, and I know it's not necessarily the nicest story, but there was a thing that came out a while ago where you were on Twitter, and you decided to come out on Twitter and say, hang on, everyone, things aren't the way you might think.
Yeah.
So to tell me the background there, what happened there?
Well, there's a big bunch of us that went on a night out back in February, and you know, behind the scenes, and people wouldn't know the kind of messages that I'm getting through Twitter, but I started to get more and more quite nasty, quite vicious abuse.
And this is because you'd been out with...
On one night out with a group of people.
And one of those people was...
Being David Beckham.
David Beckham, OK.
Yeah.
And so people then started saying to you on Twitter
that we were having an affair.
So, people came and they were accusing you. So,
yeah,
so that's
just
a weird thing to happen, anyway.
And sort of, in the beginning, it happens, you just think, oh, this is just nonsense. And you have to ignore a lot of rubbish that you get on Twitter anyway. But it got to a point when I made my statement that it was just getting out of control. It was like tens of thousands of people.
Wow, so it really spread.
And death threats that I felt... I wish I'd never had to say anything about it at all, but... It got to a point where I had to stand up for myself and put it right, because he's got a family, and I would never do that to another woman, and I would never do that with a married man. So I still stand by it. I got a lot of stick for it, but I had to put it right.
Yeah, because weirdly, then you got stick for actually trying to set the record straight, didn't you?
Yeah, because as if I wanted attention from it, but who in their right mind wants that kind of attention? I couldn't leave my house, and so, I mean, there was one funny moment at the end of it. I call my mum, who can't text to save her life. She texted me when the whole thing came out, and she said, she tried to say, hope you are doing okay. She actually wrote, hope you are tart, okay. And then shortly after wrote, oops, not tart, definitely the wrong day for tart.
It's lovely to have you, and I'm very glad you did what you did on Twitter, because I was reading about it and I saw some of the stuff, and then when I saw you make the effort to clean up, I thought it was horrible the way people then turned against you over that. That struck me as being really mean and unkind of them, and I'm really pleased you're through that and you've got out the other side and you're doing well.
Thank you.
It's lovely to have you here. Katherine Jenkins.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Got a double. OK. yourself. What's he singing?
Are we singing?
I don't know. It looks like Damian just got drunk or
Damian.
something.
Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I met you like a man on the barley tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all she got on. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Oh, well,
There you go, look at that. Well, I tell you what, there's a narrow escape because Danny was looking for spoons. Let's get my next guest out. I think he's the finest thing to come out of Korea since Samsung. All together now. Gangnam Style, it's Psy! So great to meet you. Psy, ladies and gentlemen. Go and sit down. Wow, he looks just as good as he looks in the video, doesn't he? You've got Gangnam Style right there. OK, well, first of all, for those of us who aren't that familiar with South Korean ways, what is Gangnam Style itself? What is the song about?
So Gangnam is a district in South Korea, and I describe the district as calm at the daytime and crazy at the nighttime. So I compare all the sexy ladies to the district.
All the sexy ladies. And you are from Gangnam or from near Gangnam?
From Gangnam.
You're from Gangnam itself?
Yes.
So you really put Gangnam on the map?
You know, so Gangnam, usually when people say Gangnam Style in Korea, they gotta be handsome, pretty, blah, blah, blah. So, which means I'm not that handsome, I know it. So if I keep saying I'm Gangnam Style, you know, that's kind of twist.
To us now, the world, you are Gangnam Style
Am I?
personified. You are Gangnam. I notice you're not wearing socks, Psy. Is this a Gangnam Style thing, or you just forgot to pack?
It's kind of cheesy,
Oh, you've
but
got
I
little
wear
tiny
it
socks.
here.
You've got the little tiny, what we call lady socks.
You know, I don't know why, but, you know, some lady things, you know, really fits for me.
Yeah. Me too. The first time I was shown the video for Gangnam Style, one of my kids showed me, said, you got to see this. They said, this guy is gangster, which is a good thing. And we immediately, I think everyone loved the video, the dance moves, the energy, the confidence. And now I still hear it, I still love it. It's one of those songs, though, that gets played a lot. It gets played a lot. You
Yes.
must have heard it more than anyone else, but it gets played a lot. And there's always a danger when you hear a song played a lot that it comes to a stage where it's been played too much. Does that concern you, Si?
You know, everybody asks me about, you know, the success, about pressure, and what's gonna do next.
Yeah.
So I got that a lot these days, and, you know, I cannot call this success because this is called phenomena, and which means I don't do anything. People do it, right? So this was by people, not by me. So on the next one, what if people don't do it again?
That's a very real possibility. They might not... It's not going to... No, I don't mean that like that, Si. I know you have a reserve of great tunes and many other styles as opposed to the Gangnam. Will there be a different city style that we're looking at next?
So this is funny thing. This was my sixth album, right? So which means I used to have 5 previous dance moves that world didn't see.
Hold on, so there's more. So this is kind of a horse-based thing, isn't it? It's like a horse riding thing, is that right?
Yes.
Did you audition other animal moves and reject them?
Well, you know, so that was my 6th move, and I was really heavy pressure with, you know, dance moves. It was all hits before in Korea.
Wow.
So me and my choreographers in Korea, we spent more than 30 nights, you know. And we were, this is ridiculous because we were so serious to find out that horse. So we were like sitting down and we were very serious. What should he do? And we literally tried every creature, not just a horse. We tried, you know, tiger, kangaroo, snake, falling leaves, sun and moon, everything.
So Tiger would be, oh.
kangaroo like hops, you know.
Could you do meerkat? That would be a good one.
Wow, you have beautiful eyes.
Thank you. It's not just that, though. You know, my favourite move, I think, in the video is when you do the walking up and you do the... Sexy lady. Like that.
Oppa Gangnam Style.
This is serious business. This is a serious business. Damian, can you do a Gangnam?
Gangnam?
Come and let's see a bit of Gangnam.
What?
Danny, you got any Gangnam in you?
I'll do it if Danny and Katherine
No, but no chance of that.
with the music?
I've only just got over the
Oppa
Macarena.
Gangnam
I
Style.
can't...
Yes, you got it. That's enough of that. Oh, it's like Tommy Steele's back with us. Oh, science is exciting. I'm mastering the dance moves. I can't wait to see what next animal you're going to throw at us. Any clues?
So, for the first time, let me give you a tip for my next move.
Yes, please.
It's not gonna be an animal. It's gonna be some sports move.
Tennis? Boxing? Dance? Fishing? Pommel?
What is it?
Exactly. So we're not going to find out what it is, but it's going to be from the world of sport.
Yes.
Excellent. Sai is going to perform for us, ladies and gentlemen, but it is also great fun to talk to you. Will you join me in saying thank you to Sai? Thank you, Sai. You want to go and get yourself ready to perform? Hey, great to meet you, dude.
Great to have you here.
Sai, ladies and gentlemen. OK, you go get ready. I'm going to say goodnight here. Sai, Gangnam Style, right over there. Thank you, Sai. I've got to say thanks to all my other guests tonight, of course, the lovely Katherine Jenkins, Danny Baker and Damian Lewis, of course. This is the last show in our current series, but please join me for our Christmas show. We'll be having one big Christmas party. We've got Michael McIntyre on it, Sienna Miller, Charlotte Church, Sheridan Smith. We've got the Paralympic legends Ellie Simmons and Johnny Peacock on, plus Jamie Oliver will be cooking a festive storm all night.